Hi guys, my name is Lucia and today I have my halfway update for my finished 7 by Spring project pan. Now I know that a lot of you are new and you might not know what a project pan is, so in the description box I'm going to write a paragraph of what this is and why I do it. Now before I start, I just want to say, oh my god, thank you so much for all of the new subscribers. As I'm filming this, I have about 7,500. It's blowing my mind and you guys are so nice and thank you for the support. Welcome if you're new. I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you guys so much. I have a new Make Up Your Mind video coming, either the next video or the one after that. I'm very excited, so stay tuned, but let's get into this update. I had two sets of goals. I had things I wanted to use up and things I wanted to hit pan on. First, I'm going to start with products I wanted to use up. This is the Tarte blush in Party, and I will show you where I was in the intro. And this is where I am now. I finished it. This is just stuff that's on the pan that's not actually blush. It's just leftover pigmentation. I am so excited. I've never finished a blush before, which I was about to say which is crazy, but it's really not. I only started panning in the end of 2016, and I have since pared down my blush collection so much. I used this every day. I did repress it. It was fairly easy to go through. I used it up a couple days ago, I think. I definitely didn't mind this. I didn't hate it at all when I was putting it on my face, but if they had the full size of this, I wouldn't buy it again. This was our Sephora birthday gift from last year. I just felt like it was kind of boring, and I have Benefit Rockateur, which really makes me excited. I don't know, it's a matte blush, it's a nice color, but I'm not sure, maybe it's that I'm just not into matte blushes. I really don't know that much about my blush preferences because for so many years I was using blushes I didn't like, and I've just started to find blushes I do like. But yes, this was fine, it was good, nothing that I would look for or look for a dupe of. I just don't need it. Next is the MAC lipstick in Twig, and I'm gonna show you guys on a paper. This is where I was in the intro, and that's the bottom. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to tell. There is just the slightest amount of product left. I swore this would be done by now. This will be gone by the end of the week. It has to be. It started to get tough to apply it. I was going to add another line and you literally cannot. There's no space. It's at the end line. It's just that there's this tiny little layer. So I'm not counting this as done yet, but this is on its way out. I am shocked about how quickly I was able to use this, or almost use this up. I did say that I was going to try to use it 3 times a week. I've been wearing this every day. I have really fallen back in love with this. It's what I'm wearing on my lips today. Before I started this project, I wasn't wearing it because I was doing more orange toned looks, and so I've just been making sure that I've been doing looks that allow me to wear this, so I've been wearing a lot of purple on my eyes. Today I have a silvery gold, brown type thing going on. This is way more universal than I expected. I didn't expect this to go with so many looks, but it really does. I will definitely miss this. I'm not going to run out and repurchase it right away, but I can definitely see myself, once I use some other things up, going back and repurchasing this. Next I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I will insert a clip of where I was last time. And this is where I am now. So this is also on its way out. When I first started using this for the project, I was just using too much, trying to use it up. Then I went through this really weird skin month where I was at home for winter break and I didn't bring my prescribed stuff with me because I had gotten stuff from Sephora, and the stuff from Sephora did not work at all. And as soon as I came back to school, I started using the prescribed stuff again. But my school is up north and it is so cold, so my skin just freaked out and was flaking off. And I started to get really pronounced smile lines right here and right here. And I'm 19 years old and I just turned 19, so I was freaking out. And I put this where the smile lines are, and it actually made them a lot better. So that's what I've been doing. Before, I was using this under my concealer. I said in the last video how I don't like this because I feel like it does nothing, and I got some nice comments and some not so nice comments telling me that of course it does nothing because I don't use it under foundation. But when I don't wear foundation, I apply my concealer like foundation. I put it under my eyes, I put it around my nose, I put it on my chin, I put it on my forehead. You would expect a primer to do something. I use a lot of product. I'm wearing foundation today, but I did the little trick with the smile lines. I haven't really noticed smile lines since my skin retained its natural self. But yeah, this will definitely be gone by the next update. I will not miss it, I will not repurchase it, but I'm not hating it, which is why I didn't declutter it. Next, I have the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I will insert a picture of where I was in the intro. Oh my god, you guys. I just went to open the powder and it completely broke off. Well, okay, this is where I was. And now I have to repress it. At least it broke off in one chunk. Usually, oh, just kidding. There are chunks of powder all over my pants. I'm gonna take a brief intermission. I am back. That could have been a lot worse. To look on the bright side. I think once I repress this powder, I will probably be able to use it up by spring. I don't really know, but I'm not too worried. It's a powder, I just use it every day. Not my favorite powder, I used to absolutely love it. I then started to hate it, and now I just don't really have an opinion. I don't see it doing all that much. I have another powder that I enjoy and I would like to try some others, and yeah, it used to be a staple, and who knows, maybe I'll go back to it. Oh, how sad. I will say, once you start to use this up, it does just completely flake off. This is the first time using this where it has taken this long for it to flake like this. All right, I'm gonna put this down now. Next is a bronzer. This is the Smashbox Bronze Lights Bronzer in Suntan Matte. I will insert a picture of where I was in the intro. And this is where I am now. I was not trying to use this up, I just wanted to make progress on it. I honestly thought I might be able to use this up by spring. I thought, oh, this might surprise me. No. There are no surprises here. There is so much product in this. I don't know. I really liked it, and then I got a comment saying it looks pretty orange, and it was mostly the lighting, but then I thought, maybe it is really orange and I just didn't notice. I'm wearing it today, but I have another bronzer as a contour that I'm going to talk about that's under it. And it definitely always looks more orange on camera because I have these lights. It's also the oldest product in my collection. This is like 5 years old, which is kind of gross, and I've considered decluttering it, but the thing is, I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's old. I have a bronzer coming in the mail that I got free from Octoly, so if I fall in love with that one, maybe I'll declutter this. I would love to use it up, but now that I'm gonna have another bronzer in my collection, this would take me the entire year to use up, and I'm not even sure if I would use it up in the whole year. I probably would because it's only been a month. If I decide to declutter it, you'll see it in a declutter video, but I'll keep you guys posted. Now, the other bronzing powder in my collection, I call a bronzer, but it is a contour powder. It is the Bahama Mama bronzer from The Balm, and I wanted to use up half of this. I will insert a clip of where I was in the intro. And this is where I am now. So I wanted to completely use up the sides, and I've used up most of the sides, but I've also expanded the pan so much here. I have been using this every single day as a contour. I really like it, and I have done so well. And it's funny because I never used to contour, never, never, never. But since I realized that I wasn't using this and I wanted to pan it, I've been contouring every day just very, very lightly. I said this in the intro, but I'll say it again. When I say contour, I mean I dip my brush in, I tap my brush off, I rub my brush on my hand, then I very lightly go into the hollows of my cheekbones, and then that's it. I don't go crazy with the contouring because I don't want to look crazy, but I really do like this bronzer, and in the summer, this is my bronzer, like when I'm really tan, so I don't want to use this up before summer. After this project, I might hold off using this until summer because this is the only bronzer I have for summer, and I don't want to force myself to use this up right before summer and then have to go buy the full size in summer because I don't have a bronzer. That would be really silly, but I definitely think I would use it up over the summer, if not in the fall. I really like this product, not worried about it, just making progress. You guys, I just found a bunch of powder in the bag that has the products that I'm filming in. Do you see that? Brief intermission part 2 to make sure that this powder doesn't get everywhere. Sorry, my powder hates me. I am now back. I have 2 things left to talk about. The first is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I wanted to hit pan on 2 shades. I'm going to show you where I was in the intro. And this is where I am now. So as you can see, I wanted to hit pan on Golden Ochre, and I did that. And I hit pan on Love Letter, and I wasn't trying to, I just did. I wanted to focus on Warm Taupe. I have not touched this shade. I got 3 new palettes during the holiday time, and I have been testing those out because I'm gonna do a haul update and review those for you guys. So I just haven't been focusing on Warm Taupe. I just don't like it. It feels cool tone. I don't actually know if it is. I really don't know why this is in this palette. It feels out of place, but as you guys can see, I mean, wow, pan porn. Wow. There is pan in every shade but these 3. My goal was to have pan in every shade by the end of the year. I'm taking a break from this, as I said, to focus on the other palettes, but you will see this in another project pan at some point. I was going to try to use up the shade Golden Ochre now that I've hit pan, but I'm just not reaching for it. I'm reaching for those other palettes. It's kind of annoying to pull a whole palette out just for one shade. Oh, also, by the way, you guys, I'm going to show you a picture of what happened to this palette while I was using it. The entire black part with the shadows came off because of the glue. I glued it back right away, but isn't that crazy? This is an expensive palette and it just totally crapped out on me. Next, I am adding in another product. I am very excited. This is the Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Glacé. I got this as the Sephora birthday gift. There is nothing in this. This is all that's in this, and that kind of looks like a lot. If you compare this to the size of my hand, and then you look at my pinky, and you look how much that is, my hands are ridiculously small, so this has barely any product. This is a very nice nude. It reminds me of MAC Twig, which I'm wearing right now, and that's why I want to put this in the project. I'm enjoying this shade so much, and I'm gravitating so much to looks that cater to this shade that I thought I could just use this as a replacement for Twig and get them both out of the way in one project. This is also just so easy to use up. When I got it, it had a point, and I don't know if you can tell, now when it's scrolled all the way down, it's under the product. I have only used this one time and swatched it a couple times. So there is really nothing in this. I'm not fearful that I will have this left at the end of the project, and I have never worn it throughout the whole day, so I have no opinion on it whatsoever, and I want to test it out because I've never used Bite Beauty before. Alright guys, that was everything. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!